Tudunwada community is in the hinterland of Gurara local government of Niger State. It is a typical village where life is at the level of basic existence. Conditions are tough and poverty is palpable. Yet the number of mouths to feed seems to keep on increasing. The people strive to provide for themselves. Their livelihood is anchored on the economics of rice. Women play a vital role in the value chain. They are in charge of milling. It is a manual process over open fire. It is tough, but the women here are tough. They don't have an option. 25 of these women belong to a group known as the Women Affinity Group, WAG. About 100 kilometers away from Tudunwada is Bataku 2 in Agay local government area. The material conditions here are much the same. The women are quite enterprising. Almost everyone runs a petty business. They carry their families on their back. That is their tradition, but business and life could be better. 25 of the women also belong to a women affinity group, WAG. On the western flank of the state is Isaku in Wushishi local government area. It is kilometers off the highway and getting here is not a joyride. This is also on the edge of the axis of banditry, but it is home to the Isaku community and they have to survive. The women eke a living off the land and the yield of the land. Here, another women affinity group, WAG, has been planted with 25 women in the community as members. These three communities grapple with the pervasive challenge of rural poverty, but income levels can be scaled because there is potential and promise. Tudunwada, Batako 2 and Isako are just three of the rural communities and three local government areas of Niger State, Gurara, Agay and Wushishi, where women affinity groups, WAGs, have been planted and are being groomed by the Nigeria for Women project. The WAGs are the special purpose vehicles driving the ideas the Nigeria for Women project is promoting to increase rural incomes, especially for economically active women. The project being implemented in 6 states in Nigeria is a strategic partnership between the federal government and the World Bank to address obstacles to women prosperity. The Nigeria for Women project seeks to accomplish this through various economic empowerment initiatives to be delivered through women affinity groups. It started in 2018 but only got off the ground in Niger State in 2021. In 1 year, the project has gained considerable ground in the state.
The target set for Niger State and the other implementing states was to form a total of 2,000 women affinity groups in the year 2021. And to the glory of God, Niger State was able to form 2011 women affinity group as at 4th November 2021.
The success in establishing WAGs in these deeply conservative communities was facilitated by strategic community entry. This was complemented by the recruitment of dedicated project staff, including ward facilitators who were engaged from the local communities.
We also did a mapping of the critical stakeholders that we felt were very necessary to enable us make glorious entry into these communities and local government. And Niger State is so unique to such an extent that each local government and community has stakeholders that must be reckoned with if whatever it is you are going to do in their community is to succeed.
I give prior information to the Emir. So Emir invited all the district heads. We have about 22 district heads, 42 district heads. So they were all there. And most of the other influential peoples from the world were also invited. So when the SPC come for the sensitization, the message was properly assimilated by this district head. And from there, the district head now coordinates the information to the village heads under their jurisdiction. So during the community entry, we find it very easy. Any venue we give and the dates, prior informations we are given to these village heads. So before our reaching there, we will meet all of them under a particular district and we carry out our sensitization about the project.
The Nigerian for Women project visited the district heads for community entry. That was where the district heads and the high committees were able to organize some meetings with the men and the women of the community.
We seek the indulgence of the traditional rulers, the emir and the person first, and then the traditional rulers in each ward. And they gave us go ahead.
Nonetheless, the project had to overcome deeply entrenched skepticism among the rural folks, arising from their dubious experience with previous projects that promised much but failed to deliver.
It was very hard for me to get them because as I started coming to meet them, so we are not even interested the way they will even chase me, this and that. That is how government used to do. They will come and say you should do this and do that, and later on they will go away with your money. How will they say we should gather money and later on they will come and go away with the money?
We are fortunate to have the traditional institution there and the traditional and religious institution partnering with us, sometimes even going into the communities with us to vouch for our integrity and the integrity of the project. And this has helped us to make inroads into several communities that were at first resisting the project.
318 ward facilitators were employed and assigned the role of building the network of WAGs. Each ward facilitator established and manages a minimum of 5 WAGs. They are the foot soldiers of the project.
When I came here, the village head organized the women for me, so I talked to them about the project and they all accept it with joy.
The primary objective is to support the women to realize their potential through the WAGs platform. The women affinity groups are organized around a common template with core principles. The members have to be women aged 18 and above who must have a business. However, this precludes alcohol, prostitution, drugs, and anything that is not environmentally friendly. Sit-tight leaders are not allowed. The leaders are elected for one term of 1 year only. The members make weekly contributions to compulsory saving and the social fund. Each WAG decides how much members contribute to compulsory savings and social funds, and they determine how to utilize their social fund. After 3 contributions to the compulsory savings, members can borrow 3 times of what they have contributed and repay over 3 months. The interest on the loan is just a token. This box is at the heart of WAG's operations. It holds their funds and all the documentation. There are 3 padlocks to the box, and the keys are held separately by 3 different persons. The box keeper does not have a key. Transparency is critical. The WAGs therefore provide a platform for the women to pool their own funds that they borrow from with little interest in order to grow their business. Their contributions also culminate into savings for them, while the social fund is available to them at critical times of need. It is a win-win situation.
I used to guide them how to save their money. After saving, how to take loan. I teach them how to take loan. After taking the loan, then repayment. I also teach them how to do the repayment. I also guide them in some their business skills, how they should go about their own business is to improve their own livelihood so that their business will expand. They will not be left out.
The ward facilitator keeps an eye on the operations of their WAGs and trains the members on business skills and financial management to properly structure their businesses.
I used to sit with them every week, and I train them in financial education and budgets, how they will budget their money, and financial education, how they will go with their business.
By cultivating the savings culture and loans management, the capacity of WAG members to manage their livelihood activities has been enhanced. This is in line with the first component of the project, building social capital. Over 50,000 women are now members of the 2011 WAGs in Niger State.
Akwai masu sada mudu, akwai masu kosai, akwai masu wake da biredi, akwai masu madidi, masu yin kuli-kuli, sannan da dama.
The network of WAGs is dispersed across almost all the 32 wards in the 3 local government areas. We traversed streams, gullies, and ran the gauntlet on the axis of banditry to find them in their rustic settings and local context. They were faithfully running operations on meeting days with their children in tow.
Alhamdulillah. Ida bole, da bayi babo, zanna ga bebe, komitiya buyi, nganna dana ya de borolo, na dana ya de borolo, yi maga kepa, yi chawo taya, fiu, ala da wa de amfani. Fiu, wa de amfani ndondwa, aba sokobe wokpa, soko chiji sababu na yete alierio, ati bebe nena, shawura na ya ikagbo pataki ichi de dama na ga itoga wota itoga alashisho bachi na ga ya ci na ichi ya dojin waza nini guba guta hari ce luari da eti eshibe guti da yi nan na soko kwato be tun ibe rayu be lafiye nan.
Da mun ji daɗin wannan ƙungiya kuma mun samu ci gaba sosai, alhamdulillah ga manyanmu. Allah Ubangiji ya saka musu da alkhairi, amma wannan al'amari da kuka kawo mana Allah ya sa mu ɗore. Don ana maganan ƙungiya nan da wata shekara 3 zai ƙare, to mu muna fatan a kasance da mu har abada, saboda mu wannan hanya ne ya zama mana ci gaba, saboda wanda ba su da ƙarfi sun fara tasowa, masu ƙarfin ma suna ƙara sama. Don haka mun gode, Allah saka da alheri. To na ɗauki loan, ina da jarin gyaɗa na mudu 15. Kuma yanzu ina kuli alhamdulillah, idan zan iya kuli na mudu 30 har ina ba 'yan sari. To ka gani alhamdulillah an ci gaba, kuma al'amuran nan ko a yanayin karatun makarantar yara muna tallafa musu sosai, ba kaman da ba, yanda yara za a koro su ba kuɗin PTA ba kuɗin fokat wacce tarkace dai duka. To amma yanzu alhamdulillah da yaro ya zo abin da dai za mu cire mu bada ba matsala. In inifa ne za a ɗinka musu ba matsala. To kin gani ai mun ji daɗin wannan ƙungiya, kuma loan ɗin da muka karɓa ya mana amfani, ba kuma ni kaɗai ba, duka daga cikin mu ɗin nan wanda duk suka yi loan ɗin nan, abin gaskiya alhamdulillah.
Lokacin da mun fara mitin ga da muna gan kaman wannan ba zai ci gaba ba, amma gashi yanzu nan mun ji daɗi wannan mitin, don ko ne makar kaina yanda an fara wannan mitin ina jin daɗi yanzu nan sosai. Nana da jali
kamar 5,000 gashi yanzu nan na yi kusan 20,000 da wani abu saboda wannan miti rance kuma na gan daɗin shi na biya yara na yanzu na da ba su je makaranta ba amma gashi yanzu na sa su a makaranta ga abu mai daɗin da muna ci yara na yanzu ma sun ji daɗi na wannan miti mun shirya wanda 10,000 ana karba rance riba 500 wanda suka karba sun dawo da shi wayansu kuma su karba a dawo da shi yanzu nan ba wanda sun rage yanzu ba su samu rancen gaba duka mun samu rance sannan mun samu riba mun gan daɗin shi da an ce shekara 3 amma batu daɗin ga muna so a kara muna shekara wanda za mu yi gaba da shi.
At the individual level, the members talk about the dividends flowing from their engagement with the NFWP through their WAGs.
Sannan da nake ina sana wake da burodi batun minti din ganda mu ya tamake ni saboda da nake yi amma riban da nake samu yayi gaba fiye da wanda nake yi na da ina ɗauka wake buhu ɗaya amma yanzu nan ya haye ina ɗauka buhu biyu burodi kuma nakan siya kama na 4,000 yanzu na ya haye ina siya na 6,000 kuma batu magana makarantar yara shine biyan bukata makarantar yara na saboda mintin da mun kafa na tamako din ga ya tamake ni na ji daɗi shine ina samu ina ba da school fees nasu.
I normally contribute what I have in a week. At least if I have 100 naira, 200 to up to 500, any amount that I have per week, I used to contribute. I used to buy all this palm oil, Maggi from market, then I will come home, I will put some small profit to sell it again. After a week, Friday, I know I will get something, even though it's small on top. I collected 10,000 and they put an interest of 200 on top. Then instantly I give them back the 200 the day they give me the 10,200. Then gradually, every time I have something to pay back, I will pay back. But normally it's for months. After a month, I will bring it. After a month, I will bring it for 4 weeks, up to 3 months. It helped my business because of before, the money I have will not be able for me to buy all the things I need. Before, I would think that whose place will I go to borrow money? I used to manage it small. Sometimes it will not reach me, even though I go to the market. But by now that I borrowed it to add it, nobody knows. I did not go to anybody's place to say borrow me. Then the person will be telling me that what and what he don't have. If he borrow me, I'll bring it by this time. But no, this one, it's scheduled. I know the time that I will bring it back, so I don't have any doubt for it.
The business management skills being imparted may be new to these relatively uneducated women, but they are trying to get a hang of it. They are not short on native intelligence and have honed their business instincts over time.
An koya mana inda zamu business da shi da zamu tayawa da shi sosai da me da kuɗi ba yawa in babu kai rance ka ƙara ka je ka samu da shinkafa nake yi shinkafan kuma da bai wuci buhu 2-3 ba yanzu na yi rance a cikin asusu ya kai buhu 5 ina sana'a da shi ina zuwa kasuwa da shi a zo gida kuma a saye yi amfani da shi.
Fatima produces her candy from home and sells to a captive market. Employing the template introduced to her by the ward facilitator, she is able to put figures to her factors of production and income. Her profit is not much, but it is compounded on a daily basis. It's a sweet experience. The State Project Coordinating Unit in Niger State keeps a close eye on the entire project and routinely engages the communities to get their feedback. Here in Daku village, they meet with the WAG and the men of the village.
Muna da wani matsala ko wani abu da ya dame mu game da wannan aiki ko adashi da muke yi? Ai ban ji an ansa gaba. Wani irin moriya kuka samu na kasancewanku a cikin wannan kungiya da kuke yi, na wannan adashi da kuke yi?
Gaskiya na gode wa wannan kungiya domin me ban taba tara wani abu a tsakanin in ajiye har in zan same ta ba, domin an bani ina kashe na, amma wannan gaskiya ya ba mu taimako sosai domin muna gan cin gaban shi, kuma baki mu daya ba mu taba yi wani abu ya zama mana mu yi shi ba mu gane ba. Gaskiya a wajen mu gane kuma mun gode da wannan kungiya domin ya taimake mu.
In less than 1 year, the financial portfolio of each WAG member in Niger State has seen some difference. All have accessed loans and increased their modest capital base. The record of loan repayment in all the 2011 WAGs is 100%. The total amount they have recorded as savings is remarkable. By November 2021, the report card of the Nigeria for Women in Nigeria project in Niger State is indicated.
The women have been able to mobilize a total of over 261 million naira through a weekly savings culture that they have learned in the women affinity groups.
When I heard that, I couldn't believe it. Our women could do such a thing. It is because they are working. It is because they are so passionate about it. They've actually bought into this program, and they are doing well. And we have nothing to do we have no option other than to encourage them the more. And that's exactly what they are doing. And even men are now happy about that. They are. I believe you were told while you were in Nigeria, you were told that some of their men are now even relying much more on the contribution of their wives, running the families. Yes, it's a fact.
The program has reached far, even the interior village area that you don't even expect this program is there. If you go there, you see them with these boxes making their contribution. At the end of every week, they sit down, they bring out whatever they have at the end of every weekend, and if you want little loan, they will give it to you. And the payment is effective. None of the women, there is no complaint that somebody has collected loan and has not paid. It's very, very effective, and it's truly assisting them.
The Wag Phenomenon has caught on, and the members are looking forward to the second component, which will support economically active women in WAGs with livelihood grants and targeted skills trainings. 302 experts known as Barefoot Business Counselors, BBC, have been introduced to the WAGs. They are helping the women with the development of their business plans.
I work with them in each WAG for about 1 week to see that I'm able to cover 25 of them in the WAG, as the case may be. So actually per day, I almost see about 4 of them through in planning the business plan, in making the business plan.
About 54,000 women from the women affinity groups are built to receive grants from the World Bank. This, of course, will depend on how successful their business plan is able to scale through.
The women are excited and look forward to this.
Saboda tallafin da ake cewa za a yi mana da shine za mu dan ƙara bunƙasa kasuwancinmu. Kuma muna buƙatar inda hali a kawo mana zani. Me suna wannan project din a jiki wanda yauwa saboda kullum ya kasance mun sa da shi za mu dinga mitin ɗinmu. Kuma kuɗaɗen nan dai mu dan haɓaka kasuwancinmu.
These are simple rural folks who appreciate any value added to their lives and will grab any opportunity to pull themselves through the narrow gateway that can lead to a better life. The Nigeria for Women project is also helping in changing social norms and traditions that restrict women, especially in conservative societies such as Niger State.
Gaskiya duk wanda ya so na mahimmanci wannan miti wallahi mu maza mu ba da kwazo don abu alheri ne gare mu don duk abu da zai sa ya tamake mutum wallahi akwai alheri.
About 41% of Nigerian women, including rural women, are reported to be entrepreneurs. This project is building their strength. The women of Niger State are keeping their veils on while lifting themselves out of poverty. The Nigeria for Women project is providing the impetus.